traditionally we are using some chemical fertilizers. So if we are using chemical fertilizers, here the chemicals are reaching the soil and water, and that is also polluting the air. So that's why it is harmful to the organisms and environment also. That's why we are shifting to the biofertilizers instead of chemical fertilizers. So the organic farming means by using biological organisms we are improving the nutritional quality of the soil. That is organic farming. We are shifting to the biofertilizers or organic farming by using biological organisms. So number of microbes or microbial organisms are used as biofertilizers. So these biofertilizers are enriching the soil fertility or soil nutritional qualities enriched. So here bacteria and fungi and cyanobacteria, some bacterial organisms and fungal members and cyanobacteria, blue-green algal members, these are used as biofertilizers. Here bacteria, first of all, here the bacteria like Rhizobium, Frankia, Azospirillum, Azotobacter. So these are fixing the nitrogen. So nitrogen is very important essential component for the amino acid synthesis for all plants. So that's why each and every plant is absorbing nitrogen here in different methods. Here sometimes the nitrogen is absorbed from the atmosphere directly, sometimes from the soil, here in different forms. But here some microbial organisms are fixing the nitrogen. So atmospheric nitrogen is fixed into organic form. Nitrogen is fixed into ammonia or here other organic forms. Here Rhizobium is here it is showing the symbiotic association with root nodules of legume plants. In Fabaceae members or Leguminaceae family members, the root system is containing some root nodules. In the root nodules, Rhizobium bacterium is present. Here the root nodules are these root nodules are containing the Rhizobium bacteria. So they are fixing the, in symbiotic association, they are fixing the nitrogen. Here why they are fixing the only here unicellular or prokaryotes only fixing. Here prokaryotes are fixing the nitrogen. Why they are fixing the nitrogen? They are containing one special enzyme, that is nitrogenase enzyme. So for the synthesis of nitrogenase enzyme, some genes are responsible. These genes are called as NIF genes. The nitrogen fixing genes are responsible for the synthesis of nitrogenase enzyme. So that's why here nitrogenase enzyme is present in these prokaryotes. So Rhizobium is present or it is living as a symbiont in the legume plants root nodules and fixing the nitrogen, supplying to the plant body. And from plant it is in return it is taking some food materials and getting shelter also. And Frankia, here Frankia is also, it lives as a symbiont in the root nodules of non-legume plants other than Fabaceae members. Legume plants are Fabaceae members, Leguminaceae family members. Other than Leguminaceae family members, the some plants are having the root nodules, and in the root nodules Frankia is fixing the nitrogen. And Azospirillum, Azotobacter, they are not living as a symbiont. Here they are free living nitrogen fixers. These are not symbiotic organisms. Here they are Azospirillum, Azotobacter are living freely in the soil and fixing the nitrogen. So they are enriching the soil fertility or nitrogen content. So like this they are fixing the nitrogen in symbiotic association in the plants, and in the soil free living condition also they are fixing the nitrogen. So they are here, that's why these are used as biofertilizers. Next some fungal members. Some fungal members are also used as biofertilizers. Here ectomycorrhiza, here endomycorrhiza means here fungi, when it is associated with the root system, here myco means fungus, rhiza means root. So fungus when it is associated with the root system, that is called as mycorrhiza. Here it is the root system. The root system is completely covered by fungal members on the surface. The fungal filaments are covering the root surface, so forming the mycorrhiza. So ectomycorrhiza and endomycorrhiza. Ectomycorrhiza means on the surface only, on the root system surface only the fungal members are present. And here generally in the ectomycorrhiza formation, basidiomycetes fungal members are involving. The basidiomycetes fungal members are involving in the formation of ectomycorrhiza. So the roots are in pinus and oak or eucalyptus plants. The root system is covered by here basidiomycetes fungal members and forming the ectomycorrhiza. They are absorbing the nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, all other elements which are essential for the plant's root system or plant body. So all the minerals are absorbed by the ectomycorrhiza from the soil. So here without association of fungus, here the plants cannot survive or plants cannot absorb the minerals. That's why here in these plants the fungal association is compulsory. So they are depending on the fungus, the plants are depending on the fungus for minerals absorption, sometimes water absorption also. And endomycorrhiza. Endomycorrhiza means endo means inside, ecto means outside. The fungus is, if it is present on the outside, that is ectomycorrhiza. If it is penetrating into the root system inside cortical cells, here that is called as endomycorrhiza. Here endomycorrhiza are also called as VAM fungi, VAM, VAM fungi. VAM means vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. Here vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza. Here in the root system, here cortical cells. Within the cortical cells, here the fungus is present outside and inside also. In the cortical cells, they are forming the vesicle-like structures, and sometimes they are forming the arbuscules or hostorial root-like structures, tree-like structures or tube-like structures. So vesicular arbuscular mycorrhiza, the fungus is present on the surface as well as in the, it is penetrating into the cortical cells, and in the within the cortical cells it is producing the vesicle or sac-like structures and finger-like or tube-like structures or tree-like structure, branched tube-like structures or hostorial root-like structures. So VAM fungi, mainly VAM fungi are involving in the absorption of phosphorus. The phosphorus is absorbed by the glomus fungi. Here glomus is one example for endomycorrhiza. Here ectomycorrhiza, outside on the surface of root system it is present. Endomycorrhiza, it is present outside the root system and inside the root system and forming the vesicles and arbuscules. That's why it is called as VAM fungi. So ectomycorrhiza is involving in the absorption of all the minerals from the soil and water. Here endomycorrhiza mainly it is involving in the absorption of phosphorus. Next it is also here improving the plant growth and development, and overall development of plant system. Next here it is also endomycorrhiza is it is showing the resistance or it is giving the resistance to the plant. So when endomycorrhiza is present on the root system or in the root system, so the plant is showing the resistance to drought conditions or salinity conditions. So that's why here endomycorrhiza is useful for the phosphorus absorption and it is giving the resistance to the plant. So one example here, glomus, it is observed in the orchid plants. So ectomycorrhiza is observed on the root system of pinus, oak, eucalyptus. Endomycorrhiza is observed in the root system of orchids. One example is glomus. Next Here cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria are blue-green algal members. They are also prokaryotes. Here bacteria are prokaryotes. Cyanobacteria are also prokaryotes. Fungi are eukaryotes. Here cyanobacteria, here blue-green algal members like Anabina, Nostoc, Oscillatoria and Alocera. So these are some blue-green algal members. So they are photosynthetic. And here these are living as symbionts in the Azolla plant and Cycas and other plants also. Here one example is Anabina azollae. It is one blue-green algal member. It is living as symbiont in the leaves of Azolla plant. Azolla is one pteridophyte plant. Pteridophyta plant or fern plant. Azolla is one small aquatic fern plant. So in the Azolla leaves, it is living as symbiont and fixing the here nitrogen. So nitrogen is fixed and supplied to the plant body. And Anabina cycadae. Anabina cycadae, it is living as symbiont in the coralloid roots of Cycas. In the Cycas coralloid roots, these are some coralloid roots of Cycas. So Cycas coralloid roots are showing dichotomous branching, and here in the cortical cells some cyanobacteria are present like Nostoc, Anabina. In the coralloid roots of Cycas, here Nostoc punctiforme, Anabina cycadacearum or Anabina cycadae are present and fixing the nitrogen and supplying to the Cycas plant. Cycas is a gymnosperm plant. It is one gymnosperm. And Alocera. Alocera is also one cyanobacteria. It is also fixing the nitrogen in free living condition, not in symbiotic association. So these are some microbial organisms, bacteria, fungi, cyanobacteria, fixing the nitrogen and also involving in the absorption of phosphorus. Cyanobacteria like Anabina, Azolla, Anabina cycadae, Nostoc, punctiforme, Alocera. So these are fixing the nitrogen in free living condition, sometimes in the symbiotic association. So if we use the microbial organisms as fertilizers, so there is no pollution. So generally they are fixing the nitrogen and absorbing the phosphorus from the soil. So here that is not leading to the pollution. So if you use biofertilizers, that is helpful to the environment as well as to the plant body, plant health and human health and all organisms health also.